mountain crossings. This is probably the most convenient hostel there is.
Oh yeah.
You walk up these steps.
You want to go in there?
And you're already on the trail. It starts there. There's the trees with all the hikers that decided to throw their shoes up on it and go home. And the trail comes down here and through the building. And for me, this is as far as I've ever gone on the trail before. Training wheels off, here we go. The view from the top of Loveland Mountain, it's pretty nice. Pretty nice. I have about 10 more miles to go. The climb out of Neal Gap was, that's not not easy. Just a long, like a mile-long grind uphill all the way. Now I'm going to go downhill all the way for a while. That's the way it is. It's a really nice view out here today. I can't hardly believe how cold it was and rainy just 2 days ago. I think it's 62 right now. This is just gorgeous. No rest for the wicked. Gotta go. There's a nice little stream down there. It's about, according to Far Out, it's about 100 yards from the trail. It's kind of steep. I realized as I'm down there, you really have to pay attention a lot more than you think when you're just walking off trail. Now this is a trail. It's marked on this dead tree. Just be careful when you're stepping off the trail for water and stuff. We're going to take a snack break at this stealth camping site. It has wonderful views. You know, I stopped for lunch because there was a beautiful view. And what, half a mile later, much more beautiful view. This Tesneti Gap, after Neal Gap, it's like way up. I still got, I don't know if you can see, I got so far to go yet. This is a rough hill. So take it easy on this one. I sure wish the days were longer. It is just after 5 already. Sun is going behind the hills, the mountains, and I got about half a mile to go before camp. I got started out of Neal Gap kind of late this morning. We're almost like noon. Should not have done that. Lesson learned. This is Low Gap Shelter. I'll be staying here tonight. Nice thing is it's got running water and a picnic table. Fire pit, I don't have time for that, but there's my stuff. I don't know if this is an old logging road or somebody used to live up here, but walking down this road right now, I cannot imagine the amount of work people have put into keeping this trail here. That is a lot of rocks and probably a lot of dirt to move to make this nice, currently smooth path. I think I'm officially out of Low Gap. They call it Low Gap because it's really low. Took about 40 minutes or so to 45 minutes to climb up the mountain. Somebody had a nice campsite behind me here. That would have been a nice place to start the day instead of climbing up, but it would have been a tough way to end the day. Behind me over here is the way back down. So 40 minutes up and climbing back down again. I spoke to a really nice trail ambassador yesterday who was picking up trash, and I tell you, that's a needed job out here. There is trash sometimes. She passed me when I was having lunch, and just as I was ready to leave where I was, my view yesterday where I had lunch, there's a bottle of Jim Beam there, and I was like, I could just leave it, or I could set it closer to the trail so she could find it next time. But I felt guilty at that point, so I picked up the trash, carried it out. I did run into her again, was able to get rid of my bottle of Jim Beam before, carrying it too long. But please pick up your trash. The snow is melted, but there is still ice in the mountains. It gets cold at night. Climbing to the Chattahoochee Gap is kind of fun. It's apparently an old logging road or something that's been repurposed for the trail. It's very nice and cruisy, and it'll be great. Once you hit the Chattahoochee Gap, the character of the trail changes pretty drastically, and this is what you're going to find. Rocks and mud, and I wish they had a few more blazes on it, but it's still a nice day, and got to keep moving. I only had about a swallow of water left, so this is how you get water. It's not flowing very fast. Fast enough. That was the sign for that spring. This is how filtering water works. Fill up your canister, you have your water filter, and let gravity do the work for you. This is where I got picked up yesterday, just to connect my feet to the trail and not miss anything. Walk over this side of the parking lot because I got dropped off from a shuttle from Green Dragon Hostel. But I got picked up here, so now I'm connected my steps and going back to the trail on this side of the road. It looks like it goes way up. I was told this is the third hardest state, and this is the 17 worst miles of this state. So we'll see how this hiking goes today. It took a little less than 2 hours to get here from Unicoi Gap. This is Indian Grave Gap. Normally when I'm walking, I walk 3 to 4 miles an hour. When I'm hiking, around 2 miles an hour. I'm not able to get that speed today. The hills are, I mean, you can see them there. It's a steep climb up and down today. Like I said, this is the 17. I've been told these are the 17 most difficult miles of Georgia, and they're hard. But at least today, it hasn't been, at least so far, hasn't been terribly rocky. There's been rocks, but they've taken really nice care of the trail. I think everywhere there's a really nice view. You'll also find a stealth camping site. So this is the view you would have waking up to here. If it was summertime, there'd be leaves, but we got a while till summertime. So good views here. Okay, not only is this trash, this is just ridiculous. I appear to have made it to the summit of Tray Mountain. I wish it was not overcast, but you can't have a beautiful day every day. Here's another one of those trail water sources. So I'd really like to know the meaning behind some of the names that I see on these passes. This is Swag of the Blue Ridge. I have no understanding what that means. I made it to Adidas Gap last night, put up tent, and basically just went to bed. It was a long day. Here's the one dry spot in this camp area, because that's where my tent was, and it rained all night long. And now, ironically, I have no water left, or very little amount of water left, so I need to cruise on up the trail to the next watering hole, which is about 1.8 miles north, and then 860 feet up, something like that. So it's gonna be a haul. Not that big of a haul, but I need the water, so gotta go. This is Kelly Knob. I kind of wish I'd climbed up here last night. This is a really nice campsite, a little bit nicer than what I had, and probably a little bit drier. It's beautiful up here this morning, and I'm jealous. But I still got to get my water. Somebody put a really nice stool here by this river. I have about 0.6 miles to go to Dix Creek Gap, and that will be the end of the hike today. I have a shuttle driver. It's going to bring me to the Green Dragon,
which is a very nice hostel if you have a chance to go there. It's well worth the stay. So it was quite a large climb downhill to get to this spot, and I'm sitting here on this bench, and I can't get up. My knees are they've had a workout today.